Hope you guys can hear me clearly.
Yeah, I can hear you.
All right. So, so in the last class, we've been working on this project for a while now. Very interesting project, and a couple of you have actually gone far on it. Like when I see people submit, people's what I call that, what people drop on Slack for review. You see that some people have even done the counter and a whole lot of things. So, and that's a nice one to those people that are actually working on it. I'm actually impressed. So, for those of us that are still having issues getting something, so we are going to just continue building out this web page. So I think the last time this was where we stopped. So I actually told us that we should go and look for a way to make our slider or carousel slide, and then also make it responsive, which some of us have actually done well. So I'm just going to show us a few things. If you've not been able to achieve that, if you've not been able to reach out to people who have done it, so we're just going to touch it, and then we will go on to the next things. All right. Okay. So let's just keep off. So let me open my one. So this was what I did. They not style it like some people actually styled their own properly. So, and I just know that the basic idea is just here. You need the testimonies, you need the person that's giving this testimony. Let me see, let me just confirm that. Oh, you need the name too. So let me just add this. Let me check that. So this is so this is my swiper section, the slider section here, which is inside this container class. So you need to know where to use your container and where not to use it. Anything that goes beyond this part, don't do that, the container class thing. But so far as it's within this name and then this button, you have to use a container so that it kind of
Okay, I think Ugochukwu has left the room because of his network. I'll get back to us soon. Just hold on a bit. Please mute your mic. Mute your mic, please.
Hey guys, hear me? Yeah. Sorry, my network is always choosing the wrong time to act up. Okay, so the last thing I was talking about, I wanted to add a name and then this, and then I'll just show you how to add um, your responsiveness and the sliding part of it. So actually, the slider that we're using is swiper here. So this is the swiper documentation. So when, let me finish one thing, just jump. All right, so I want to add this name and then this. So just below the name, let's say testimony person. Just the person. Okay, so person info. Yeah. Right. So I could just do a text center here. Let me just yeah. So I just need that. I'll just duplicate it all through. Right. Depends on the number you want. Let me know. To give testimony. All right. All right. So this is what we have. This is what we have now. So for the sliding, you want it to actually slide, you need to come over to autoplay. So you notice that autoplay slides on its phone. You come over to core. Okay, so when you get to this place, you actually need, so this is the part that is important for us. So you need this autoplay. So it has a delay time, which is in milliseconds. And then it has this disable on interaction of false. So you can actually click on that to make it still scroll. So when you add this, remember that we added this when we were doing the slider thing. So when you add this here, to this script. So this is JavaScript. So we've not gotten to where we have to use JavaScript, but because we want this to slide, that's why we have to use this JavaScript. You don't really need to do a whole lot of work here. You just need to do this. All right. So after adding this, but if I remove this now, save. Let's check it out. See, this stops sliding. You have to now click on this for it to work. So this is the game changer here for the sliding. Then the other thing that we have to touch here is the what do they call it? The responsive breakpoints. This is most of this thing here, they can actually help you with stuff that you need. So when you come over here, still need to click on core. Yeah, so still the same method that we'll be using. So you're going to add this breakpoint. So remember when we were doing a responsiveness, we talked about breakpoints. So you can actually pick actually reset this to suit your own breakpoints. So I've already copied this. I've already added this to my script section here. So our breakpoint was so 1024 is for laptop. So you want it to be 3. This is slides per view. You want it to be 3. Now remember, initially we had this slides per view here. But if you leave this one, it could conflict with any of this here. So you need to remove this and then use these breakpoints to actually define it. So I think on my mobile screen, this was affecting it. So that was why I had to comment it out. If you guys can still hear me.
Yes.
Right. All right. Thank you. So we had 768 is for tablets. Then you can have for 45. So this is from 0 to 425. Let me just make it 4 to 6. From 0 to 4 to 6. Number of slides, this is a mobile device now. We just want one slide. So if I resize my screen, I didn't do anything in the stylist. Okay. All right. So here, now see that on a small screen we have just one. And now set light spread should be two. That's on the tablet. So this takes care of mobile, tablets, laptop, and larger screens. So I hope we do understand that. All right. Does anybody have a question you're not clear about anything on this section? It's coming out. Does anybody have a question for this section? I'll raise up and all right, so let's get over to the next section. Let's see. Back here. So we can actually style out this thing. It's whatever we need. I'm actually going to leave that. So here now, very interesting. Okay, so let's go over to the services section. So for the services section, close up this. Now, so still going to use an ID. Inside here now, this is still within this container distance. So I need to put a container. So, same thing that we've been doing here already. Just use a H2 here. So let me do a text center so that I don't have to just do a H2 here. Just add services. Add a class of text primary. So please, very important. Let's just note that that's important. You can just create your own class. Not gonna be forcing things. It's not everywhere that you start doing important. Most of us picked an interest in it, so you don't have to force every lesson. You just have to know important places. You can leave text primary to be whatever color it was and just create your own custom color or class, then use it for whatever you want to do. So you don't necessarily need to force it. I was just showing us how that can work out if you choose to go that line. So I hope we do understand that. Okay, so let's just go on. So I need a paragraph under here. I'll just do it for what we have. So you also need, you still need to lighten this. If you have a design and you're meant to implement this, try and follow whatever you're asked to do. I'm just doing this one because we are learning. And I want to go into some serious details. It will take a while, so that's why I'm just keeping it. So now below this, we now have three sections. So we're going to break this out. So it's still, for this section, I'm just going to do a div. Most times you don't need to let your row to just hang out like that. You can just put it within a div or a section. Where this guy is getting out of this. Okay, so inside here, I'll just do a row. Inside here, I'll just do a row. And then, because we have three sections, we need to have a co-pilot. So we have three sections. So I'll just do a column of I need on a large screen. I need them to be 4. So I'm going to do one first before I now start duplicating. So inside here, we now have, well, all this is a cache. If I'm not using a cache, well, let me just use a cache. So I'll just do a cache. And inside the cache, now have the icon section. So I'll just do an icon box. So there should be a card body actually. So it should be a class. Inside the card body, you have the icon section. Right. Then you now have the service info. So some small things that we should note. See this indentation is very important. See this folder structure is very important. So when you're building out web page, then it's good to pick up, start creating those what I call it micro habits. I mean those good habits at this point in time, so that on the long run you won't start looking for ways to amend or copy your picking of this. So your indentation, your folder structure. I think I saw somebody did a folder for HTML here because it's CSS. Yeah, so somebody did HTML. I don't know where I thought that one. I had to tell the person. I didn't teach you that one. So let's just pick up. Let's know these things and then apply it. Right. So let's go on. So inside here, service infos. For the service info now, I can just have a h4. And I'll copy my lorem ipsum. The text. And then I need a paragraph. Right. Let's see what. Okay. This is what I have. I actually want it to be in the center, so I can just do this. Text center. Right. So let's work on this now. Let's work on doing this. Inspect. So I'm going to get this. It's an SVG. Just wait for this. Inside this icon section, I'll paste this. We have this here. So let's add this. Let's add the icon. So let's everyone has an updated version. I think I saw a 5.2. Bootstrap icons. So this is, yeah. So you need this. You need this CDN link. For you to use Bootstrap icons, you need this CDN link. Friends. All right. So you need this CDN link. So I search for Bootstrap icons and then need to come to usage. So here, There's an install, there's an npm, there's a download, and there's a CDN. So we're just going to use the CDN. I think I've already done this. This is the CDN. Now you just place the CDN at the top here. Then let's see. The next thing you need to do is to find the next thing you need to do is to find the icon that you need. So that's let's search for okay, so it's dribble. Then you just copy this. There we so they are here. Below this SVG, just wait. Let's see what we have. So we have these two things side by side. Okay, so this is our icon, and then this icon. So this icon should actually be on this. So let's see. See how to make that. This SVG now. All right. So this icon section. Let's display flex. So flex or display flex. Then we have line items. And line items and sorry, minutes. Okay. So align items center, justify content center. We have this, we have this. So let's see what we get. Okay. Let's add a, I'm going to call this in my CSS now. Only a whole lot of things inside that CSS. Okay, so this icon section, so we need position of relative. Okay, so this SVG, I'm just going the SVG inside here. I'll position it absolute. So icon section. Section section SVG. Give a position of absolute. Now there are different ways to do something. So that's why most times so most times a way to kind of unify people together because everybody has their own style of coding. So if they say everybody should now do their own display of flex. Now you see everybody coming with different things. So that people will actually follow principles. That's even more that's a more reason why Bootstrap was made. So at least you know when you want to do column, everybody has to use the same column. When you want to do this, everybody has to use the uh, same stuff. So all over the place. So I'm going to do a top of 0 and then a left of 0. And different strokes. Right. So yeah, let me just try a different approach. The other one would have worked. Zero. Sorry. Imagine. Yes. So now bringing this. Let me see. Icon section. And then I do is this and just a whole lot of a whole there are different ways of doing things. So I did I put this, yeah. So I used positioning here. So probably I'll still try that out. So I gave this a certain weight. So it just stays within this box. It's just there. So I did a margin of 0 or 2 to centralize that. Where is it? Yeah, margin of 0 or 2. So width of 100 pixels, height of 100 pixels. So remember, we have this position relative that is holding this SVG and then this. So using positioning now, we are doing a position of absolute for the SVG. The SVG is just there. Now, using Z index, let me try what's simple. So this left, I remove that and just do a top of this. That left is not even necessary. So this left is not, I'm going to remove this. So of 0. So now remember we talked about Z index. Z index kind of positions what should come on top, what should go below. So you want your SVG to have a lower Z index, so you're placing it behind. That's why it has a lower number. And then you want your icon to be on the top. So that's why I used a Z index of 10. So I'm placing it there. So the next thing I need to think about now is the effect. So when you hover on any icon, right? Yeah, when you hover on any icon or on any section, any of those cards, it actually gives you. Okay. It's hanging over here. Why is not coming up? Let me just. So when we hover on this background here, let's see. This field should actually change. When you hover here, on hover, you want your want a border color of this. That's like we are doing that. So this part. So you're going to change the field here because this is an SVG. An SVG comprises of, it has its own width and height. It has its parts inside here. So this part has a field color. So this field here, you want to change the color to fit whatever color it is. And aside that, you also want the icon here to have a different color. So let's do this in our own. So we have a card. It's our card login. So we have a card. I'm just going to do service card. Inside service card, just going to do service card. Oh, and I think each of them they are just unique. They are unique. You can't give a general name for each of them. Let me just, I'm trying to think here. So this service card on over, you want the icon section SVG, then you want to target the parts. So the parts, which is what is inside. So you should have a field, or I don't know what color this is. Let me just, so let's see what we are getting in our now. Okay, very weird. Okay. Sorry. Okay, so we need to find a way of making this unique for each of the service card. Section. Okay, ideas. Yeah, if you have an input, you can also be. So Natasha, when you said according to their colors, which part are you referring to? Service card. Sorry. Can you guys speak? Yeah. Names of each card. Okay, so yeah, service card. Let me just add a blue here. That's that's plenty to us. Okay, so let me do this icon section. Let me just do icon blue. Okay, so yeah, so I'll do service card, and then the icon is icon blue. I'll just call icon blue, and then I'll just change the path. That one works for me. So service card, I want on over icon blue, and targeting the, not even need this. I just target the parts directly. Just change the field. I did not place that for this color. So there are actually different ways to do this. Just thinking about it on the fly. All right, so let's see. Yeah, so we have that. Okay, so we also need over. I want, so the icons are generally white. So I'll just do a color. So I believe we are warming up for our group projects. Yeah. That is what. Yeah. So we need a transition. Yes, like simple so to say. So icon section. This is it's actually going to be a group project now. Yes. So I need my service card. Well, not for this period, maybe next week. So service card, have a transition or okay, 0.3 seconds. Once all, you want to ease in out. Then we have a 0.3 seconds. Let's see what that gives us. So let me do this on the icon box. Icon section. Extremely fast. Anyways, figure that one out. This is slow. Let's see. Okay, so please let's not dwell on that. But I don't know. Yeah, so let's just duplicate this. Since we've gotten for one, let's duplicate for more. So we have how many? We have 2 rows. So this is 3, 4, 6. We actually needed a margin button. How nice. So I need a margin button here. Maybe for just this. Just six. Let's check again. Right. We can style this according to Let me do, let me just add this. So where's our service cache? Adding. Right. I'm going to do top and bottom. Do top and bottom. I just remove the remaining ones. Top right. Yeah. Yeah, I'm not even looking at. So this is how. Yeah, the cards actually have shadows. They have shadows, but the shadows come in on over whatever. Add a box. So this that happens. Shadow there for that to be. Then you need to put a background behind it. Take that out, but it goes. So let me just do another of this. So let me say I need to get this SVG here. No, it's not funding anymore. If this is something again. Yeah. So inside here we have the icons and we have the SVG. So, right. I don't know why it's acting up. But I'm sure we get the picture of how this section is created. You actually need to get this part here, this SVG, and then use it for each section. Give each of them their colors, and then you just work with that. This should actually be blue. Even it on black. All right, so let me work on, let's do this section. So we should actually have a padding. most of those you can't actually do them with you can't do them, you can't, like, we're not supposed to do a whole lot on our style.css, but those effects you can only do them on CSS. That's why it's like that. So I'm doing a PY of 5. I actually add padding. Just using this. All right. Even notice this, there's no background here. Let me just create this next section. So this part, this is the other part I want to talk about. So let's just do this one quickly. Right. So for here now, we need so this, I'll call this call to action. This is the CTA section. Inside here now we have the container too. Inside the container, so here now I'll still do the text center to this text center. I can just do this here since everything is actually yes, it's the accordion that is talking about. It's the FAQ section. So I'm doing a text center here and now doing a H2 here. This H2 is going to have a call to action. And then, so we have a paragraph. Let me just get that. We have that paragraph. Okay, so we have this button here. So this button, below the paragraph. So I'm going to do a button. I'm going to do my class of ETL. Such a finished work. So everybody that is. So this button now, I'm going to put the text inside here. Call to action. It's going to be a capital action. Okay, so I'm just going to do a BTN. Like try highlights. I don't know if that would give us the effects we want. So BTN outline white. So some of this, pardon me that I'm using some of this is they're just coming from my edge. Actually, text center is not working here. So this should be a class, not here. So I'm just going to add a background. So I'm just going to do a BG light blue. So I'm going to style this out. Kudos to you guys that actually putting out their time to do stuff. It's actually interesting to see what people do. Let me get this color because I'm trying to just see. These guys, when you have a design from a designer, try and replicate what they give you, or you and your designer will fall out. If it's somebody that knows how to get annoyed, so that happened in one internship. So the designer did that. Then what they give you, right? So let's see. So we have this. I'm supposed to add a text white. Yeah. I'll just do a text white here. So all these things are Bootstrap classes. Please, we are learning. We are reading it up. Text white. Use them over time. That's why it's still it's like it's at the back of my hand. Then I want a padding here. So I'm going to do BY 5. Problem. Your name is in that list, the kind of projects that you work on it. So we have this here. So you can actually style it to make it better than this. So let's go over to this other section, this portfolio section. So this portfolio section, let's work on it. Like I get a whole lot of space. So portfolio section. For you guys. Okay, so container. I have a container class. So inside the container, inside this container, we have this portfolio in the center here. So I'm going to do a text center. Maybe project phase is coming. We'll have either top tier or bottom tier. We'll show that tier of when the time reaches. So here, portfolio. So H2 has portfolio, and the paragraph I'm just going to add a padding at once. 5. So Y is for top and bottom in case you're wondering what that is. Please, if you have questions, you can ask. Have questions, you can ask. Like, we really enjoy Bootstrap. Not stressing us. So the next thing to actually work on is this all app and then this. So I'm just going to do have this. I'm just going to do another div. Inside here now, I'm going to do a UL and LI. This is an app, so now so we have all, we have app, we have cache, all. Art, and web. So let's see what we have now. This is what we have. So we're going to do a class here. Display flex. Deflex is now display flex. Justify content center. So remember that Bootstrap, yeah, Bootstrap is actually that way. They have all this, you just need to call classes and then that works for you. You can use buttons, you can use this place here. You can use buttons, you can use list, you can use when you just call a class, it just brings out the styling from the Bootstrap style, their style sheet here, and then you're able to use that to work. So that's their modus operandi. I'm just going to call this portfolio links, portfolio tabs or tab section. So portfolio tabs. So inside my style of CSS, I'll just call this portfolio tabs. Then this now has a yeah. So I want to target the UL. And remove all the list style should be none. What's your RAM size? I'm trying to RAM all of this RAM. What's your memory size? The tabs UL. Yeah, so we need a list style of none. So I've removed that. So for the LI, And just do that here. Let me just do the pass margin to be a margin end of E. Just depends on preference. You can use buttons here, you can use yeah, so we have this now. So the next thing is to add this other section. So we can do that. And actually, it could actually be an anchor. So let's just put this section. Now have to worry about here. Just going to do portfolio cards. So you need to be creative when you're coming with yeah, Natasha, I get that part. The whole days there's some trick to doing the hover effects there. I don't know how merits them. Well, I'm not really. I don't know how they did theirs. They're able to kind of get it out. But let's get the. So you need to download these images. So this is still within this. I have the portfolio cards. So I am going to do a row. Then I will do one to portfolio card. Inside the portfolio card, we have the images. So that's going to do inside here now I can now add my image img. So I already have these images here. If you want tonight, I'll just do img slash. So alternate just do this, whatever. Try and start building the habit of not leaving this empty. Most of us we don't know how to do it. So class. So the class here now is going to be an image fluid. We want the image to be responsive. Why? Nobody actually. Nobody, I don't think you actually. So I didn't put a class here. So once in the row. So I'm going to do a column. It's LG. This is inside here. Sorry, 1 minute. Okay, so we have column of 4 since there are 3 per line here. So done that. The next thing now is, so we have portfolio image and then we have portfolio info. That portfolio info is going to carry, now when we hover on this, we get this whole thing. So let's do a H2. So I'll do a H4. Just paste this here, F1. Then a paragraph. Just put that inside there. Right. Then we have two icons actually. So just going to do portfolio icon. That portfolio icon, just going to do an I. Let me get them. So we need a plus. Over you have this link and then a plus. So back. Search for plus. Okay, so this plus. Right. Moreover, this should be inside anchor links because they are supposed to take it to somewhere. Just going to put this here. And I'll just put the next one, the view, and then we need to get a link. Bootstrap has actually grown. There was a point where using glyph icons, icons, then font also, and other things. So now Bootstrap has its own icons. Interesting. So let's see what we have now. What I did is I didn't copy this. Copying this. Can you guys still hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
All right. All right. Yeah, so we have these two things here. Right. So I would like to, yeah. So I would like to just duplicate this. So we have 9. So I'm going to duplicate into 9. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I'm supposed to change each of them. This is portfolio 1. Next one, 2. Some people still like responsiveness. Right. Seven. It's last one. So everything is still inside this row. All right. So when I say your row should be inside a container, so this is what is happening here. I have a portfolio section. So this container, I'm putting all of this inside here. And then this is, let me just, this is my row. This is my row. So this row is still under this container, as in it's not hanging on its own. That's why I can still use it. Let's see. This is what we have. Each of them hanging as they are. So we want this to actually fit into how it's supposed to be. Yeah. So each of them should fit in. So the long ones adjust and fit, and then the short ones. So this section now, let me just hide this portfolio info site so that we know what is happening here. So I'm just going to do a portfolio info. Yeah, Flex actually does that for you. It's very normal. It's like I've used this portfolio before. Let me just post it here. Yeah, so now see that this is what it looks like. So we want each of them, want the long ones to fit in. Yeah, we want the long ones to fit in how they're supposed to be. So how do we do that? Now there is something called masonry. So masonry is, well, for those of us that know English very well, you can look what it means. So it's more like, I think it's, for me, it sounds like a bricklayer in our lay language. So you're kind of building blocks. So I'm going to get bootstrap.com. Let me leave this tab. Let's go to get bootstrap. And I'm changing this to 5.1. So I'll just search for Mason. This is frankly let's check Masonry. Why would grid be better? What makes this one less yeah. Okay, so this is masonry, this bootstrap masonry. So masonry looks more like this. So you have long cards, you have smaller ones, just fitting inside. So first thing that you want to do, if you want to use this now, you need to get this link. And then you put it in your JavaScript section. And you drag in and chemistry inside here. Okay, so I have this added here. So this is my masonry CDN link. So the next thing I want to do is here now they are saying masonry is not included in Bootstrap. Add it by including the JavaScript plugin manually or using a CDN. So by adding this to your wrapper, to your row wrapper, you can combine the power of Bootstrap's responsive grid and masonry's positioning. So when I come here now, I need to find my row. So this is the row. Then I need to add this here. So if I save this, then we look see that everything actually fits. So I'm just going to do a margin bottom of 4 so that we have some space. MB. Yes, it's matching. So formally, normally, somebody would have tried to actually create this thing. You'll be wondering, oh, how do I get the height? How do I do this? How do I do that? But with Bootstrap, with some other libraries, you're able to make that work. So let's so this is what we have. So this section is just out. Okay. So that section, we have a very difficult section. So I think we should be able to handle it. So this FAQ. FAQ is just simple accordion. So just the styling that is the problem. So accordion. Just already you have a whole effect. Just just copy this code and just put it there. So let's see. Let's see. Let's see this. All right. So let's see. Worry, it's an open source. Source is free. So let's see how we can make this magic work. So let's get this. So we have a portfolio card. Now this portfolio card, so this portfolio card, I'm going to do it before. Now this before, So comment on. So this portfolio, you see. Okay, thanks for that. So portfolios. So before you have, so this is before a card itself. So you want a content. So you want a content that is empty. Barak. So you want a content to be empty. Then you want a background of this. Let's see. So nothing is showing yet. So you want a position of absolute. So we are trying to give it that blue overlay. So this is that background. And then you want a position of absolute. Then you also want it to have a top of 30 pixels. Let's see what we have. Okay. So top of this right one also wants 30 pixels. And you also want the bottom 30 pixels. No serial, no effects. Let's give it a Z index. Still no effects. Oh, find that. Let's see. Yes. Okay. This is what we have. This is what we have. So that is for this. So the portfolio info. Portfolio info also has a before. And so yeah, this is portfolio info. So portfolio info. This portfolio info. now have a so a before yeah. So this you now have your content should be empty here. So content. And you want a width of 48 pixels. So 48 pixels. Want a height of 48 pixels. So you want position absolute. Want up 5 pixels, left 35 pixels. So this is effective. Let me give this a color background rather. Background red. So we see there this is happening. And did I do a position of absolute? Stop this. So the Z index higher, Z index maybe you get a nice spelling correctly. Okay. Yeah, so probably need that. That's a I get okay. Ah, self in your foot. So this is it. So this is it. So it's going to have a before, it's going to have an after. So now this one is not, this is going to be bottom, and this is going to be right. So here and here. So I'm going to remove this color and then I'll put border left, border right. The 1 pixel solid. There it is. Just if 3 pixels too much. Right, okay, right and bottom rather. No, the distance. Okay, there's a reason why I put that important. That important. I've already worked on this CSS, so I you want to now start changing things. That's why I had to pause that other left. Other topics. Right. Actually make 3 pixels. Remove this call. That's that one. This other one should now be other rights. And touch I think I'll finish this one. Other right, other bottom. The color. So yes, we've done those two. So the other thing now that we need to do is we need like a position absolute for the info. I don't know if you should actually time is already up. Position absolute. Our portfolio card should have a position of relative. Yeah. Portfolio card. Portfolio card has a position of relative. So I'm doing a 0, left of 0, right of 0, and we want a bottom of 0. So actually, I'm supposed to do this, the whole styling in line here, but it's actually going to take time. So I'll just do everything here. I'm just going to do a text align of center. Let's just see what this gives us first. This is it here. Text align of center, display flex. Wants it to be in the center, so we justify content center, non-aligned items center. So most of these things, please, you can do it on your CSS. Bootstrap has classes for them. And then just that if I do it now, I have to now start copying it for each of them. That's a whole lot of time. Set index of the items. Then you see that both of them are staying side by side. So this is how we want each of them to just be on. So flex direction, we want them to be one after the other. This is what we have now. The next thing I want, I think we need a transition, or is so for tomorrow, I believe that all of us have finished this book with. So, so portfolio card over, then portfolio info. So this, when you hover, portfolio card, I don't think so. So hover, so portfolio info should actually be if you have an opacity of 0. So that's, we are hiding it first. Okay. Portfolio, portfolio info. All right, so Okay, so this should not be here. Where is it? So let's go and figure that one out. Let's go and figure that out. Time is already fast spent. So it's just remaining just the over effect that will bring that to light. Yeah. So let's just stop here. Then yeah. So from the next class we should actually be looking at something different. Think we are able to work on another bootstrap project. We will be good to go. Next week we should expect collaboration all that. So yeah, so we actually pause here. Meet in the next class. Let's yeah, just complete the remaining section. It's, it's just a few this just finish it. So if we well when you finish this actually register. All right, I have this on GitHub. Let me just so let me just push it at once. So let's just take note of this. Again, I need a commit message. Yeah, so I missed that. It's there. So I've pushed that. Let's just get to try out and complete the remaining sections. Yeah. Um. Yeah. You see, do you have anything to add? So in the absence of any guys, let's meet on Slack. For people that are still having issues, yeah, you reached out to me and I've not attended to you. Let's meet. Yeah, just give me a moment. Let's meet. Yeah. Thank you so much, guys, for coming. Oh, yeah, Mumleme, what's your question?
Hello, nice, sir.
Yeah.
So I want to understand. You say we should finish up, like we should finish the remaining this thing like this.
Yes.
Okay. Nine be the thing I want ask.
All right. Yeah. So let's just finish that up. So let's meet on Slack. Thank you guys. Okay, you there?